Hi, this is Dan for Tech Digest and Shiny, and I'm here today looking at the a bit more pedestrian end of the PC market. What we're looking at is a couple of Dell computers here, specifically the Dell Studio laptop. Now, it's been out a few months, but what I wanted to do is have a good look at it, because the Studio is supposed to be the middle of the consumer laptops. At the bottom end you've got the Inspirons, then you've got the Studios, and then you've got at the top you've got the XPS. So this one's only been in existence for a few months now. This is the Studio. It's actually the Studio 17 because it's got a 17-inch True Life screen on it. Now, really what I want to do with these is do a bit of comparison. Now this, as I say, that's the Studio. This is the Inspiron. And there's not a world of difference, particularly when you look at the insides of these things. They both, I mean, there's a £100 difference. This one's at $499, this one's $399. They've both got the 17-inch True Life screens. They've both got 250GB hard drives. They've both got the same basic chip in them as well, the Intel dual-core chip as well. That's a T5750 chip as well, with a 2 GHz clock speed. And one of them over here, this one's got the integrated graphics card, this one's got the 256 ATI Radeon card, which is perhaps the major difference here. But they've both got 4 USB, although in different places. Again, they've both got SD card readers as well, although again in different places. And there's a few bells and whistles on the Studio that you get as well. You get the fingerprint identification, which for me is a bit of a waste of time. But what you do get that's quite nice is the slot loading drive here. Now they both as standard have the 8-speed DVD writers as well. So really what you're paying for is a bit of a graphics card and the look of the thing as well. Now the theory is that this one is supposed to look better. The Studio is supposed to refer to the actual design of the cover. Well, I seem to have been given one of the most boring designs you could ever see for the Studio laptop, which is essentially, I mean, you can see it's grey with a couple of wavy lines on it that's a bit like a fingerprint or a contour map. Whereas the Inspiron, that's supposed to be dull here, is nice and lively and purple and got a floral pattern on if you're into that kind of thing. But what it does have is a bit of a nicer keyboard and just a slightly better general feel to it. But the question is that worth £100? I'm not entirely sure it is, particularly when both of them do have the annoyance, of course, of coming with XP as standards. Oh, sorry, not XP, in fact, Vista, that's the problem. Vista as standard, so it's going to be a bit of a pain anyway. And the thing I really don't like about either of these machines are the trackpads, which I find seem to have dead zones around the edge, so that really starts to irritate me. Now, you know, usually I'd say Dell's quite a good thing because, you know, they're heavily subsidised by these companies like McAfee and stuff like that. So you get your 30-day trials on there, but they can be very, very annoying. You may be paying a very cheap price, but they're a bit of a pain in the bum every time you turn the thing on. It's asking you to register left, right and centre. And then when you want to take the thing off, it's sometimes going to unstabilise the system too. So I'm starting to reconsider my idea of whether these things are a good idea or not. But whether it's a good idea to pay the extra £100, I'm really not too sure about at all here. Whether it's a good thing to have your laptop subsidised in the first place, well, that depends what you can get your next range up for in another brand. But a lot of people like Dell. I don't think they're terrible machines by any stretch of the imagination. And, you know, you could probably do a lot worse for the money. For me though, I'd rather stay away.